Hey everyone, our topic is about the food ordering and checking app. Our topic target and aim is about developing a food ordering application to let everyone to make order from different restaurants. Our target user is customers, restaurants, and delivery men. First, let's talk about the requirement engineering. For the functional requirements, the first part is about the customer. Customer will log in and reside as a user, and then they will find restaurant and see the menu to see what they want to eat. And when they find it, they will add the items into a chat, and then they will make payment to make the order. Of course, after they make the order, they can check the order details and also check the order to see when the food will be delivered to their house. And finally, they can also check the order history and review and rating the restaurants. For the restaurants, they can also reside and log in. And then they can create a store in the website and create a menu in it so that they can manage the menu. And also, they can order management. For example, they can receive the order and then accept it, or when they find the order is not reasonable, they can reject it. Also, they can contact the writers to send the food to the customers and check and update the order status. Also, they can check the sales report. For a delivery man, the thing is quite simple. They can reside and log into, and then they accept the delivery, and then they check and update the order when their delivery is finished or they have something to change. And for the admin part, the admin staff can manage all the user accounts, such as they can create some user accounts, or they can change the user accounts details, or they may delete the accounts too. For the non-functional requirements, we hope that this app has good performance. It should available for at least thousands of users at the same time. And the loading time should be less than 3 seconds in order to make the user have a good experience of using it. Also, the security is important. Only authorized user can use the user data. And the usability, the UI should be easy to use for every user. And of course, user may use different devices to use this app. So we hope that this app can support different kinds of browser, different kinds of mobile devices. Now, let's talk about the system modeling.
Okay, so for the system modeling and design, so why this part is important is because at the start, the entire system is very abstract. So we need to use some sort of way to make that abstract a representation so we can work on the system using that representation of the idea. So there will be a visualized diagram that contain all the user interactions. That means all the use case, and we will work on different functions based on different use case. So the diagram will showcase the entire system flow, so it will be much easier for us to implement anything once we initialize the development for the system. So here will be the overall use case diagram for our entire system. So this is very complicated, but we can separate it to 4 different parts. Customer part, restaurants part, delivery man part, and admin part. So in the customer part, the most important use case will be about browsing the menu of different restaurants and placing the order. And for the restaurant, the most important use case for them is how to handle the food order once they receive order from customer and how they can contact the deliverman to ask them to pick it up and deliver to the customer. And for the deliverer, the important use case for them will be how to handle the delivery order. And finally, for the admin role, what they need is uh, how to manage different users' data. So since those are the main part of the system, so we will talk about the design and the workflow of those use cases in the next couple of slides. So we'll begin at the customer sequence diagram. So as you can see, the customer will use the mobile app interface to search restaurant. So once they select the restaurant they like, the menu will be fetched from the system and they can choose the order from the mobile app interface and send the request to the designated restaurant. So next up is the restaurant sequence diagram. So once the restaurant receives the order from the customer, restaurant can either accept the order or decline the order. It depends on whether they have enough ingredient or not. And once they accept the order and finish the making of those food, they will send a delivery order to the deliverer and ask them to pick it up. So, and in any time on those part, the restaurant can update the order status so the customer can check their order. So next up is the deliverer sequence diagram. So once the deliverer accept the order, they will get the location for the customer. After they pick up the order, meaning the food, they can deliver it to the customer. And in the meantime, their location will be updated in the system so the customer can track where are their order. Uh, and finally, for the admin sequence diagram, what they will do is they can manage accounts such as create, update, or delete different account or modify the uh, or they can offer modify what each user can do in the system. So that means the role config for different user, and also they can retrieve different information from the system to better manage the user data. So next up is the system implementation. So in this part, we implement the system using some front-end technology that can handle the order directly in the browser. So we use HTML to structure the content and layout of each page, CSS for the each styling and uh, representa- representativeness. Yes, it makes the interface look clean and user-friendly. So JavaScript will be also used to handle all the logic and interactions. So we create separate HTML portals for different roles. The customer portal, restaurant portal, rider portal, and admin portal. So the main logic in the system, it will rely on the storage.js and utilities.js. So when user interact with the HTML pages, like clicking buttons or placing orders, it automatically triggers functions in those JS files. So for example, when a customer places an order, the HTML will call a JavaScript function to save the order using JSON and save it into the storage. So later on, the restaurant or the rider can read from the same storage system to see any updates in real time. We can also see all of this in browser developed tools. We can check the stored data and see how system updates live. So this is for the system implementation part. So next up,
So let's talk about the software validation. We conducting multiple tests across the login, customer, rider, restaurant, and admin modules. All tests pass successfully with no functional defect. And each module performs smoothly and stably in various scenarios. User feedback confirmed the system operates efficiently, allowing quick task completion without errors. And the interface and login are clearly and intuitive. Our functional testing focused on wireframe module correctness, workflow completeness, handling of abnormal inputs, accuracy of data, and proper implementation of business rules to ensure the system meets design expectation.
Okay, so before we go into software evolution, let's take a look at the actual software. Okay, let's turn the screen to the actual software. Okay, so at the login screen, we're gonna go through the whole process of actually ordering the food from the customer interface to the restaurant accepting the order and the rider taking the order to the customer and finishing the whole order. At the end, we'll take a look at the admin interface as well. So at the customer, there's a login menu and we can create an account here. So we can actually let's say Jenny is gonna order food. So Jenny, let's just make up a password. Then we'll log in successfully into the interface where let's say today I'm hungry for sushi. Let's go to Sushi Law, a made up restaurant, and I want two salmon sushi, one tuna sushi, and we exit here and we can check out. So after clicking the checkout button, there will be a notification where do we really want to process with the order? Yes, we do. Okay, then the order will be pending and sent to the restaurant itself. So let's go to the restaurant, Sushi Law, password made up. So now the restaurant will be able to see the order from Jenny, two sushi salmon, salmon sushi, and one tuna sushi. So the order is correct. So the restaurant can mark as confirmed as they receive the order. And there will be order status update on the customer interface. After that, the restaurant finished the order, uh, or doing the order, they can mark as preparing. Then after they finish the order, they can mark as pickup for ready for the rider. Okay, so let's say I'm Devin, trying to deliver some stuff. So Devin can register an account and use, let's say he's using a car and made a password. Devin can log in and choose the status if they want to accept the orders or not. They can turn off and turn on. They can also, of course, accept the order and earn a proportion of the money gain. So let's accept the order here. After Devon completes the order and deliver to Jenny, they can confirm that they have complete the drop off from here and click here and yes. And let's go back to Jenny. And Jenny will see that the order is delivered and will be able to rate this order on a 5-star grading system. So let's say if Jenny grades number 3, and the restaurant will also update the rating accordingly. Okay, so that's basically the whole process of ordering an app or ordering an food. Let's go to the admin. Admin will be able to see the total revenue and what orders there was so the history of orders and what users have registered onto the system and what roles are they. So that's basically how the system works. Let's go back to the system evolution.
So in terms of software evolution, the current rating system only supports restaurant level ratings, limited user ability to make price choices. We recommend adding dishes level rating to provide more details, feedbacks, and improve user satisfaction. Additionally, order completion now depends solely on rider confirmation, which may need to suboptimal experience. Implementing a two-way confirm process involving both rider and customer will enhance the currency and overall user experience. That's all. Thank you.